Secondly, if you have not taken a class in e-college, do the student orientation tutorial. Look around and figure things out before they're due. A lot of assignments make you get up and get away from your computer and interact with other human beings. We are talking about human movement. So I require you to do some assignments that are pretty hands-on, something you can't do just sitting at your computer. Don't start quizzes until you're ready to take them. I'm not going to reset the quizzes for you. So you need to have done all the readings, done the lectures, taken notes, done everything possible to prepare, and then take the quiz. And then I already mentioned this, but the end date is the end date. I don't make exceptions for that. You are welcome to work ahead, plan ahead. Assume something is going to happen the last day or two of the section, and you're going to be too busy to work on this stuff. So you need to work ahead of time. And then when it comes to the end of the semester, the points you earn determines the grade that I assign. I mentioned most of this already, but all assignments need to go in the Dropbox. Don't email me your assignments. Use the appropriate Dropbox and use Microsoft Word, naming the assignments correctly. The final exam, again, it's verbal. You'll have an opportunity to sign up for it, and the early bird gets the worm in terms of picking, if there are 25 spots, and 20 people sign up before you, well, guess what? There are only 5 spots left. So when I send you that email about the final exam and tell you to sign up, do it immediately so you don't end up having to take the final exam at a time that is inconvenient for you. All right, so your syllabus also has some course policies. If you look after the 2 tables, you've got a statement on student behavior, an ADA statement, and course policies. Please read through all those things for yourself. Again, email is the best way to get in touch with me. When you email me, it is very helpful if you'll put HHPK 350 in the subject line, and please use a greeting. Dr. Kimbrough, comma, my name is, Bob Smith, and I'm in your HHPK 350 Section 01 class. I have a question about quiz, whatever, or this information. Be very clear what you're asking me. If I get an email that's incredibly vague and I don't know who you are or what class you're taking, or everything's misspelled or not capitalized, that is a very bad sign for me. So this is an academic course. That means when you are writing within it or about it in emails, you need to use correct grammar, punctuation, capitalization, and usage of the English language. This is a college class. It's not texting. It's not casually speaking with your friends. It's an academic course. So please keep that in mind. My suggestion is that you do not do any of the work for this class on your phone. It is very hard to get spelling and grammar and all those little things absolutely correct when you're working on your phone. I know this from experience, as do you, I'm sure. So please keep that in mind. In my experience, an online class covering this topic is actually more difficult than a face-to-face class for the same topic for most people. One of the reasons is that you have to be self-motivated. You have to keep the deadlines on your calendar and stick to it. I'm there to answer questions for you, but you don't see me face-to-face unless you make a point to set up a meeting with me, which is absolutely fine. So please start off strong and don't get yourself in a hole during section 1, all right? The last thing for this slide is just academic integrity and plagiarism. Plagiarism is quite easy to do in a class like this because you are reading a lot of scholarly work and you're having to write some papers about pretty technical things that are maybe new to you. So just remember, if something you wrote did not come from your brain originally, you have to cite it. You have to give credit where credit is due. Cutting and pasting is never okay. Do not cut and paste from a website, from another paper, from, someone else's work. And in order to make sure that you are prepped and ready for your last big project, which is the massed/distributed project, you need to know how to use APA format. If you're not familiar with that, go to the OWL at Purdue website and look at how to write an APA paper. They have a sample APA paper. They have APA references. Pretty much any question you could have about writing a paper in APA style, you can find the answer on that website. All right, so I think I pretty much already mentioned this, but just a quick reminder, you've got to do the readings and the lectures. You've got to take notes on the lectures. The due dates are all on the syllabus, and go ahead and take a look at both the schedule, which is on your syllabus, and the points. So you can see the 4 sections, the readings, very important to pay attention to the readings, and the due dates. And then on the next page, you see, for each topic, you see the quiz points, the discussion points, and the assignment points. All right, so again, the points in each section adds up to 100, and then the points for the final exam are 100. Just remember what I said about the quizzes, that some auto-grade, some questions auto-grade, and some don't, and that discussions should be thought of as a conversation. So again, this is an online course. Be very, very clear in your communication with me. If you have a question, be sure you explain exactly what it is that you are asking. If I don't understand the question, I really can't answer it. If you need to see me face-to-face or talk on the phone, that's fine. Just let me know, and we'll work out a time that is convenient for both of us. Again, I can't stress enough to get these assignments on your calendar and understand how much time they're going to take, so do some planning ahead of time to make sure you give yourself enough time to get everything done. All right, so for this topic, the introduction to the class, you have both a quiz and a discussion. So my recommendation is that when you're ready, go ahead and take the quiz and do your first post in the discussion, and then come back and do more in the discussion until the end of section 1.